Hello Live Law viewers. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has retired as the 50th Chief Justice of India, and Justice Sanjeev Khanna is now the 51st CJI. As per the Memorandum of Procedure, the outgoing CJI recommended his successor in a letter to the Union Law Ministry naming Justice Khanna for the position. President Draupadi Murmu has appointed him as the next Chief Justice of India. If you want to know who your new CJI is, then make sure to watch this video till the end, as I, your host Urvashi Chauhan, is here with some interesting facts from the life of our new CJI. Justice Sanjeev Khanna was born on 14th May 1960. After his schooling from Modern School, New Delhi and graduation from St. Stephen's College, he went to study law at the Campus Law Centre, University of Delhi. Before we move ahead to talk about his family legacy, let me tell you in brief about his initial legal career. Justice Khanna enrolled as an advocate with the Delhi Bar Council in 1983, starting his legal practice at the 30 Hazari District Courts in Delhi, after which he moved his practice to the Delhi High Court. He served as a senior standing counsel for the Income Tax Department for about 7 years, and in 2004, he was appointed as standing counsel for the government of National Capital Territory of Delhi. Then in June 2005, Justice Khanna became an additional judge of the Delhi High Court, and the following year in 2006, he was confirmed as a permanent judge. Justice Khanna practiced in various fields such as commercial law, company law, land law, environmental, constitutional, direct taxation, arbitration, and medical negligence. He held the roles of additional public prosecutor and amicus curiae in several significant criminal cases before the Delhi High Court. Apart from this, he has held various leadership positions such as chairman of the Delhi Judicial Academy, the Delhi International Arbitration Centre, and the District Court Arbitration Centre, chairman of the Supreme Court Legal Services Committee, and executive chairman of the National Legal Services Authority, etc. Justice Sanjeev Khanna comes from a family with a history in the legal profession, providing him an early exposure to the field. His father, Justice Devraj Khanna, retired as a judge from the Delhi High Court in 1985, and his mother, Saroj Khanna, served as a Hindi lecturer at Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi. Did you know that Justice Sanjeev Khanna is the nephew of Justice H.R. Khanna? Yes, his uncle was the one who attempted to uphold civil liberties during the time of emergency in India in a lone dissenting judgment in 1976. I am talking about the ADM Jabalpur case. This case was filed after various leaders of the opposition were jailed, thus curtailing their constitutionally granted freedom in the wake of the emergency. Various habeas corpus petitions were filed challenging the government's right to detain individuals without trial. At that time, in a highly controversial 4:1 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that during emergency, when the right to life and personal liberty was suspended, individuals had no recourse to court for protection, even if detention was arbitrary or unlawful. Justice Hansraj Khanna famously dissented, arguing that the Constitution must protect individual liberty even in times of crisis. His dissent, though a minority opinion at that time, is celebrated till today for upholding democratic values and has shaped India's legal and constitutional discourse on personal liberty as well as human rights. Let me tell you, when this judgment was delivered, Justice Ajit Nath Ray was the CJI. Justice H.R. Khanna was the senior most judge after him, and as per protocol was to be the next CJI. But he was surpassed, and Justice H.M. Beg instead was appointed as the 15th Chief Justice of India. This move was criticized as being government retaliation for Justice H.R. Khanna's dissenting stance and highlighted concerns about executive interference in the judiciary. Justice H.R. Khanna resigned after this. Well, let me tell you, when Justice Sanjeev Khanna was elevated to the Supreme Court, his elevation also involved some controversy. In January 2019, he was elevated directly from the Delhi High Court to the Supreme Court of India. He is one of the only 6 judges since 1997 to be directly promoted from their original high courts and not as Chief Justices. Justice Sanjeev Khanna's elevation bypassed 32 judges who were more senior to him in terms of tenure and ranking in the high courts. His first day at the Supreme Court held symbolic meaning as he took his seat in the same courtroom where his uncle, Justice Hansraj Khanna, had famously resigned. A portrait of his uncle now hangs in that courtroom as a tribute. Throughout his judicial career, Justice Khanna has been involved in several landmark rulings that have significantly influenced legal standards in areas of electoral transparency, federalism, individual rights, etc. Let me tell you about some of these in brief. In 2019, Justice Khanna authored a decision on the Right to Information Act. It was held that Office of Chief Justice of India could be subject to RTI requests. He emphasized a balance between judicial transparency and right to privacy of judges, saying that judicial independence can coexist without compromising the judiciary's integrity. In 2021, Justice Khanna dissented from a two-judge majority and argued that due processes had not been adequately followed in the approval of the Central Vista project. Then in 2023, Justice Khanna played an important role in the ruling that upheld abrogation of Article 370, which had granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir. He clarified that Article 370 was an aspect of asymmetric federalism, not sovereignty, and its removal did not compromise India's federal structure. In the same year, he authored another important judgment establishing that Supreme Court can dissolve marriages under Article 142 of the Constitution in cases of irretrievable breakdown, setting a significant precedent. If you remember, in 2024, Justice Khanna presided over a division bench that dismissed a plea for 100% voter verifiable paper audit trail verification against EVM votes. He upheld the Election Commission of India's safeguards and stated that existing voting system allows for swift, error-free and secure vote counting. This year, he was also part of the 5-judge bench that struck down the controversial electoral bonds scheme, calling it unconstitutional. In his concurring opinion, Justice Khanna highlighted that donor privacy does not cover banking channel donations, pointing out that bank officials handling the bonds know donor identities. He observed that the scheme infringed on voters' collective right to information. And you are aware that Justice Khanna handled some politically sensitive cases this year involving the bail applications of Aam Aadmi Party leaders Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh in the Delhi liquor policy case. His bench denied bail to Manish Sisodia but emphasized the need for a swift trial. In Sanjay Singh's case, the Enforcement Directorate conceded bail after facing probing questions from Justice Khanna's bench. In May this year, his bench granted interim bail to the then Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal to allow him to participate in election campaigning. With 13 years as a judge at the Delhi High Court and more than 6 years at the Supreme Court, Justice Sanjeev Khanna has delivered numerous important judgments which will be evaluated on their own merits. As the Chief Justice of India, Justice Khanna will be handling several significant cases that may have a profound impact on the course of our republic. Well, Live Law will be closely following these developments and bringing them to you for your insights. At this moment, we take this opportunity to extend our best wishes to Justice Khanna as the 51st Chief Justice of India. Thank you for watching and make sure to put your thoughts in the comment box. If there is a specific topic you would like me to cover in future videos, do not hesitate to let me know. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel and support us as we try our best to create content that interests and engages you.